I am 62 years old, and I am about to shatter everything you've been told about retirement, everything your financial advisor told you, everything those investment commercials promise, everything you've spent the last 30 years believing. And the person who believed these lies the hardest, that was me. You see, I did everything right. I started contributing to my 401k at 25. I maxed out my contributions every year. I lived below my means. I drove the same car for 12 years. I skipped vacations to save more. I worked overtime to boost that retirement account. I sacrificed. I delayed. I planned. At 55, I retired with $2.3 million. Right on schedule, right according to plan. I should have been thrilled. I should have felt victorious. Instead, I felt terrified, because here is what nobody tells you about retirement planning. You can save all the money in the world, but you can save your health. You can save your energy. You can save your body, its ability to do the things you've been dreaming about for 30 years. Let me tell you what happened 6 months after I retired. I was finally going to hike the Appalachian Trail. I'd been talking about it since I was 40. When I retire, I'd say, I am going to hike the whole thing. I had the money, I had the plan. What I didn't have was knees that worked. My doctor diagnosed me with severe osteoarthritis. Years of sitting at a desk, carrying extra weight I gained from stress, eating during those productive years, minimal exercise, because I was too busy building my future. My knees were destroyed, the Appalachian Trail. Forget it, even a moderate hike was now painful. That was just the beginning. My wife and I were going to travel the world. We had a list: Italy, Japan, New Zealand, Australia. We spent 30 years making this list, adding to it. When we retire, we say, when we have time. Well, we had time. We had money. What we didn't have was my wife's health at 58. She was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. The doctors said it was likely stress related, accumulated over decades of high pressure work. She was exhausted all the time. A trip to the grocery store wiped her out for the rest of the day. Flying to Italy, exploring Tokyo, walking around Sydney. Impossible. We waited too long. Here is the lie they sell you. Save now. Live later. Sacrifice today. Enjoy tomorrow. Delay gratification, and retirement will be paradise. It is garbage. Complete garbage. And I say this as someone who has the money. I am not telling you this because I am broke and bitter. I am telling you this because I have everything I was supposed to have, and it is not enough. It is too late. You know what I think about when I'm sitting in my paid off house looking at my investment portfolio? I think about the trip to Costa Rica I didn't take when I was 45 because we need to save for retirement. I think about the photography class I didn't sign up for because that money should go in the 401k. I think about the weekend getaways I skipped, the concerts I didn't attend, the experiences I postponed. I think about my friend Mark. We started at the same company on the same day while I was maxing out my 401k. Mark was taking his family to Disney World every other year. While I was eating packed lunches to save money, Mark was trying new restaurants. While I was driving my 12-year-old Honda, Mark was leasing new cars and enjoying them. I used to think Mark was irresponsible. I used to feel superior to Mark. Mark died at 60. Gone. At his funeral, his kids talked about all the memories they had with him, the trips, the adventures, the spontaneous road trips, the camping weekends, the baseball games, the memories, you know what my kids talk about, how hard I worked, how I was never home, how I missed their games because I was working late to afford their future. They have no memories of adventures with me because I was too busy securing their inheritance. I gave them money. Mark gave his kids memories. Guess which kids seem happier? Here is what the financial industry won. To tell you the magic number is a moving target. When I was young, they said you need $500,000 to retire. Then it became $1 million. Then $1.5 million. Now they saying $2 million, $3 million, even more. You know why the number keeps growing? Because fear sells, uncertainty sells. The financial industry makes billions convincing you that you don't have enough. You never have enough. You need to save more, sacrifice more, delay more. And by the time you finally have enough, You are too old to enjoy it. I am not saying done. Save for retirement. I am not saying be reckless. I am saying the balance is completely wrong. The model is broken. This idea that you should sacrifice 40 years of your life for 20 years of retirement is insane, especially when those 20 years might not be what you think. Let me tell you about retirement reality. I thought I'd be hiking, traveling, pursuing hobbies. Instead, I am managing health issues. I am going to physical therapy. I am taking medications. I am dealing with the consequences of 40 years of stress and neglect. My days don't look like the retirement commercials with happy couples walking on beaches at sunset. They look like Dr. S appointments, prescription refills, and wondering if my knees will hurt too much to play with my grandkids today. Is this everyone? As retirement? Some people stay healthy. Some people get to do everything they planned. But here is the thing. You don't know which group you be in. And if you wait until 65 to find out, it is too late to change course. My neighbor Jim retired at 62, healthy as a horse. 6 months later, stroke. Now he is in a wheelchair. All that money he saved, going to medical care and assisted living, all those plans. My wife's friend Susan retired at 65 with $1 million saved, diagnosed with Parkinson at 66. She is spending her retirement managing tremors and cognitive decline, not traveling the world like she planned. These aren't rare exceptions. This is common. This is what happens when you bet everything on when I retire. Here is what I wish I'd known at 50. Your 50s are not old. Your 50s are the sweet spot. You probably still have your health. You probably still have energy. You've accumulated some wisdom and some money. But you are still young enough to enjoy physical activities, to travel comfortably. Your 50s are when you should be living, not when you should be in the final sprint of sacrifice before retirement. But what did I do in my 50s? I worked harder than ever. I was in senior management. I was making the most money of my career. And I thought, just 5 more years, just save a little more, just push through. Those were 5 years I'll never get back. 5 years when my body still worked well, 5 years when my wife was still healthy, 5 years we could have been making memories instead of making money we didn't need. If I could go back and talk to my 50-year-old self, here is what I say. You have enough. You might not have everything the financial calculators say you need, but you have enough. Stop sacrificing. Take that trip to Italy now. Your knees work now. Take it. Sign up for that photography class now. You have time and energy now. Do it. Spend weekends with your kids doing fun things, not working overtime. They won. Remember the size of their inheritance. They remember whether you were there. Cut back your hours if you can. Work part-time. Find a way to have both money and time, because time is the one thing you can get back. I know what you are thinking, but I need to be responsible. I need to save. What if I run out of money? Let me ask you this. What if you run out of time first? What if you save and save and save, and then you die at 68? What if you make it to 75, but you are too sick to do anything? What if you get dementia at 70 and don't even remember all those sacrifices you made? I'm not saying blow all your money. I'm saying find a balance. I'm saying the current model, sacrifice everything until 65, then live, is broken. The financial advisors will tell you I am wrong. They show you charts and graphs and compound interest calculations. They scare you with statistics about people outliving their money, but they won. Show you statistics about people who died with money in the bank and regret in their hearts. They won. Show you data on people who saved everything and experienced nothing. They won. Talk about the opportunity cost of missing your healthy years. Here is what I am doing now, at 62, with my $2.3 million and my arthritis and my regrets. I'm trying to find experiences I can still have. I can hike the Appalachian Trail, but I can do shorter walks. I can backpack through Europe, but I can take slower, pace trips with plenty of rest. I can turn back time, but I can make the most of what I have left. And I am spending money. I am spending it on my health, physical therapy, good doctors, treatments that might help. I am spending it on modified experiences that work with my limitations. I am spending it on my grandkids, creating memories with them that I didn't create with my own kids. But it is not the same. It is not what I dreamed about for 40 years. It is the compromise version, the consolation prize. You are probably in your 50s right now, reading this, or maybe your early 60s, and you are probably thinking about retirement. You are probably looking at your retirement account, wondering if you have enough, wondering if you should save more. Here is my advice. Look at your health instead. Look at your energy level. Look at your bucket list and ask yourself, can I do these things now? If the answer is yes, then do them now. Don't wait for retirement to travel now. Even if it is smaller trips, don't wait for retirement to pursue hobbies. Pursue them now, even if it is just weekends. Don't wait for retirement to spend time with family. Spend time now, even if it means making less money. Because here is the truth, nobody wants to say out loud. For many of us, our healthiest, most capable years are behind us by the time we retire. The retirement we dreamed about at 30 is not the retirement we have at 65. I am one of the lucky ones. I have my mind. I have some mobility. I have financial security. Many people my age have less, but even with all my luck and all my money, I would trade $1 million to have my 50-year-old body back. I would trade half my retirement account to have done more when I could. The financial services industry has sold us a broken model. They've convinced us that the path to happiness is sacrifice now, pleasure later. They've made us believe that the number in our retirement account is what matters most. But I am here to tell you the number doesn't matter if you are too old, too sick, or too tired to enjoy it. The number doesn't matter if everyone you wanted to share experiences with is gone. The number doesn't matter if you have money, but no memories. I am not asking you to be reckless. I am asking you to be balanced. I am asking you to consider that maybe, just maybe, the traditional retirement model is wrong. Maybe you shouldn't wait until 65. Maybe you should start retiring in small ways right now. Work a little less, live a little more, save some, but not everything. Because I am 62, sitting here with more money than I'll probably ever spend, and I would give almost anything to go back to 50 and make different choices. Don't be me at 62, full of regrets and what ifs. Be the person at 62 who is tired from adventures, not from decades of deferred living. The biggest lie about retirement, that it is worth sacrificing your healthy years for. It is not live now. You might not get the chance later.